everyone. So I went through all my puzzles. I plan to get rid of a lot of them, and I made a video some years back where I said I will probably never have more puzzles than this. Well, that's not true. I'm gonna move this down to just a normal view here. So when I did that, I had about 800 plus puzzles. And then since then, I did a donation drive where about 150 of them were given away, or people donated money, bought the puzzles, and then that money was then donated to charities. And it was only about 150 of them because other ones would either be really expensive to ship because of the weight of them, or they were just really cheap puzzles. And while it might be good for donations, for people to, a lot of people didn't want to spend money on that, so I just felt like I just put them aside. And then those ones I put aside, I have used for other things. I've given them away, I've put them in my little free library outside my house. And also, last couple competitions I've gone to, I just brought a bag and just started handing them out. And I know I handed out at least 100 of them there. Well, I just counted, and there's over 1,000. There's over 1,000 puzzles, which range from 3x3s to big cubes. Biggest one I think I have is 17x17. Those include the mosaic puzzles, and I have 3 different mosaics. 2 are from a company, 1 is kind of a hand-built thing. And I did not include other things like sliding puzzles or jigsaw puzzles or snakes, things like that. And I didn't include, I started to count all my mats, but I stopped counting that too. Sorry about all the mess, I just went through all of it. I'm gonna go through some of my favorite ones, then I'm going to figure out what I'm gonna do for boxing them and what I'm gonna give away. If there's something that you want, or you feel like, hey, I think that would be really good if you did it this way, let me know in the comment section below. I wanna know what you think would be best for raising money and shipping these out, because shipping them might get kind of expensive. We'll see. But I'm gonna turn the camera around, we're gonna check some things out. We're just gonna go through a bunch of stuff. We have 2 mosaics. We've got the one from Gan, we've got the one from Moryu. Those are both 10x10, so there's 100 there. And then the one underneath is 64. There's 64 guanlongs, and the box was made by a friend of mine, Bill. Now, a couple things about those guanlongs. The white stickers started to turn yellowish, and you'll see those in a couple of them. So I'm not sure why. Like, they weren't in the sun. They just started turning yellow. So if you know why white stickers start to do that, let me know. But yeah, and I had a mosaic there, and I just have not done it. There's a couple things I want to readjust with that. Let's look over at these big cubes over here. I have my 17x17, which I got from Speed Cube Shop, most of these from Speed Cube Shop, or just directly from the company. But I started to do different pictures on there. This one, I actually plan to give to a friend of mine, and I have not seen them since I made this. I stickered this years ago. And Blake, when are you gonna be around? Let me know. And we've got a little 10x10 there. I've got all my Bluetooth puzzles. There's 21 of them there. And below here, I have my multicolored puzzles. Now, I think I'm gonna give these away. I planned on magnetizing them, but these are mostly Meiying Force cubes. And then I have a primary plastic one, a stickerless one, a black one, a white one, and then the gray and brown ones down there are actually a Tangying, that's what it is. And then the original Weilong, I think that was the GTS, so that one is magnetic right there. A ton of Diane stuff. We've got my mini Diane, like the Zanchis. I think I got the whole Zanchi collection. There's the Gan 355. That came out before the 357, which we have a couple of those there too. All this Chi stuff, the Volk pin, more things, Mega Minx. I've got some of my Amazon puzzles, which those, yeah, some of those I might just hand out to people around because that's not really worth buying. Just kind of some smaller companies that made 1 or 2 puzzles, different animal ones, dinosaurs, YJ. This was funny over here. This had more spring noise than I've ever heard. Listen to this. It's not that on every side. Which cube was this? I think this was YJ. There's like that gear kind of inside of there to adjust tensions. You had to have a special tool to turn that little white piece. Guanlongs as well. The cube. This was the first one an Amazon company was like, hey, can he send you our puzzle? And there's this whole controversy because I was like, hey, this is a Guanlong. And they argued it. They argued it for so long. And then they were like, you're turning people against us because you're spreading rumors. I'm like, it literally is a Guanlong. And they just stopped talking to me. Duncan Cube was also a Guanlong. We have a ton of Moyu. And this is one where I'm not exactly sure. Like, we've got... I've got my cubologist Oolong there. We've got the one with ridges. Was that the, not the GT, I forget what that was. But some of this, we've got a lot of different big cubes, and I can't remember some of these, if this is Moyu or this is Chi Yi or something else, because it doesn't have a logo on it. Picture cubes, different ones that I have either been given or that I've changed the stickers on, like a couple of those ones, or from Speed Cube Shop. We have all kind of the different shape mods over here. And I've got some signature ones. We've got Kevin Hayes signing a V-Cube 6. I believe that's Yushindo signing that one, if I pronounce it correctly. I've got Matt's Volk signing the Volk. And I've got Drew Brad signing the Pyraminx. Now it was given to me as a gift, one that was signed by, it was a box that was signed by Max Park and Timon. Please tell me how to pronounce that in the description. And I remember it was on my desk and I placed the box somewhere, so I was like, I keep knocking this over. I want to remember not to like put this anywhere that I'm gonna lose it. And I can't find it. So that either means it's somewhere really safe or I accidentally gave it away. So some kid has a wonderful signed cube, which is good, lucky for them. So we'll see if I find that. I also have a couple things I restickered, like that was a Shingsho 6x6. Some of these from Speed Cube Shop, some different shape mods. My calendar cube back there. We got a bunch of GAN puzzles, things that either GAN or Monster Go. And I had that kind of fade into Rubik's. I'm kind of tiptoeing around all these puzzles, so sorry if it's shaky. I've got all these Rubik's ones here, and we've got the Rubik's Squish, we've got Speed Cube. This is the first one. This is the one I bought in 2014 that got me into cubing. I restickered it. The stickers are from CubeSmith, which are gone now, but this was my original Rubik's Cube, the one that got me into this. I remember I've used Speed Cubes or Rubik's Cubes in the past that other people had, and I just kind of picked up and then put down. One from a former student of mine. We've got some Shingsho down here. Different things such as Scubes, eggs, FTOs, mini puzzles. Some that are in this box are stickered and non-stickered. They're kind of like these ones. Pyraminx or Pyraminx-like ones. And this row are more Rubik's. Most are, I think, Rubik's branded. We've got a couple really old school ones. There we go, this one. But Transformers, the face ones. This one was restickered from Oliver Stickers. Spider-Man and Pinkie Pie and Rick and Morty and whatnot. Moving over here, we've got some more different shape mods, but some are specially made, like these ones from Twisty Tex. This was magnetized before you could just get a magnetic 4x4. 5x5, so he made these. This is 3D printed extensions he made. I just made this 3x3 and 2x2 look the same, and that's from Moyu, and I forgot what the 2x2 is from. And then here are the time machines. I need to solve that one. The time machines are interesting if you've never seen them. There was a big controversy when this one came out because this was insanely expensive. I think it was like $100. But also, I need to solve that. But also, the person that designed it, they were not contacted about it. And so this was kind of like a stolen design. But the person who designed it wasn't producing it for anyone anymore. And so there's a whole controversy of like, is this, should we allow that? And we got more stuff. We got the clocks. We've got some more shape mods. This was the first shape mod I ever made, I think it was a Shingsho Legend that I took. And then my second thing was this. Ooh, I lost a sticker. Okay, well, I've got some of that vinyl, I think, so I can get that again. But this is my favorite shape, and so I even had a specialty one made by RCM. RCM, what was your actual channel name? We've got big cubes, like big cubes, and that's it. So there's just over 1,000 puzzles here. How should I go through this? I honestly have to box it up before my wife gets home so we can actually just have space in our house, because we don't have a huge house. But I'm gonna try to box it up in this order, just keep a couple things out. The Rubik's Squish, ooh, there's one over here. It's the one that didn't have a really fancy logo, but I have a couple extras. I've got a project I'm doing with that. And yeah, I'm gonna turn the camera back around real quick. So let me know what you think. There's a lot of blood rushing to my head because I was constantly leaning over to look at all the puzzles and organize them. So I think I need to put them in a box and lay down a little bit. Yeah. Also, what's your favorite? What's your favorite puzzle here? Is there anything that you saw that you've never seen before, you have questions on? I didn't go through every single one. Some are obviously not solved, like there's the fruit. I still did not actually solve the peach that was there because all the sides are so similar, and actually the orange is not solved either, even though it looks like it might be. Yeah, the pieces are really close. And also the ghost Mega Minx, which looks like a 12-sided dodecahedron when it is solved. Yeah, I think that's it. So that's my collection. It's gonna be slimmed down again, so we'll see if I ever get back to 1,000. If I didn't sell anything off, I'd probably have close to like 1,500 right now, which is insane for someone who did not ever plan on having a collection and was not my goal. I'm curious, does anyone know what some of the records for the collections are too? Because I know I don't have like the largest collection in the world. There's some people that have some insane ones, and there's companies that obviously have collections. But I don't know anyone that has over 1,000 puzzles personally. Funny story about all of this. So when I first got into solving cubes before I had 1,000 of them, I bought 8. I bought, I think, 8 puzzles because I wanted to do a mega comparison. That was the first comparison. I don't know if I called it mega comparison at the time. It might have just been a comparison. I'll have to check. But I got them because there was nothing out there like that. And most people who were solving cubes and making YouTube content were kids. So if they wanted to buy puzzles, their parents had to do it. Well, I decided to go and buy it, and I bought 8 puzzles. But I did not want it to look like I was obsessing over cubes or anything, so I put them in a drawer, put them away. And it wasn't like a secret, but it was just this little thing I was doing. And my wife came into my office, was like, oh, do you have scissors? I can't find scissors. And went and opened the drawer. Instead of scissors coming out, like 8 puzzles just kind of jumped out because she opened it up so fast. And suddenly I was like, where did those come from? And I had to explain, like, it's okay. I'm not collecting these things. This is not what it looks like. I'm just am making videos to inform people. That's all I'm doing here. So that's how it started. This is how it's going. Okay, let's pack it up.